What is up, Rain Gang? It is your boy Sutton Def here from the Purple Rain Podcast, checking in with you guys for another video. Just kind of wanted to check in with you guys today to talk about the Ravens before this upcoming matchup with the Denver Broncos. Of course, you guys know we're coming off that historic W against the Detroit Lions that we had last week. And I want to talk to you guys about why I'm feeling good about the Ravens, why I think things are looking up for the Baltimore Ravens right now. There's a multitude of reasons. I know a lot of people may be down on the Ravens. I was watching Colin Cowherd the other day, one of my favorite analysts, one of my favorite sports talk show hosts or whatever you want to call those guys. I think that he was very much so tripping, keeping Lamar Jackson and the Ravens out of the top 10 in the league right now in his herd hierarchy. So I wanted to just talk about why I think the Ravens are on the up and up, why I feel so good about the Ravens right now. First thing is going to be about the defense, right? So this week against the Broncos, we have Brandon Williams, we have Justin Madubuike, and we also have Justin Houston coming back. They were basically healthy scratches last week because they weren't the ones who had COVID. It was Jalen Ferguson. They were basically just close contact. So they're coming back off of like a healthy scratch week. So they should have plenty of rest. And I'm sure they had some risk-free cardio that they were doing in preparation for this game in Denver at the Mile High Stadium, which we all know the altitude definitely plays a factor in the conditioning of the players and things like that. So that is a bright side. We're getting those guys back. Another thing that we know as well about the Broncos, they love to run the football. You think that the Ravens love to run the football. The Broncos are fourth in rushing attempts in the league right now, and the Ravens are third. So we're back to back. So that should show you right then and there, this is going to be a heavyweight slugfest on the ground. So if we can stop the run, and I think we can definitely do that, and we're getting, like we said, we're getting our best run stoppers back, Brandon Williams and Justin Madubuike. Those will be huge for us. And then also in the passing game, we can kind of nullify that a little bit too, getting Justin Houston back in the fold alongside Odafe Owe as well. It's going to have to be a big game for all those guys, but just getting those guys back on the defensive line is going to be huge for us because we know that both teams love to run the ball. It's going to be a slugfest in that manner. Now, the other thing that I think is looking up right now is definitely going to be the offense. So let's talk about this passing game a little bit, right? So things are looking really good for this passing game so far. Last week, the passing concepts and the routes, they seem to be working. Our receivers were getting a lot of separation. Of course, Hollywood Brown could not finish all day. He had 3 opportunities basically to score touchdowns. Came up short with all of them. One of them was like a tipped ball. So, I kind of give him slack on that one. But look, the fact of the matter is these guys are getting open. That is good news. Last year, we didn't have deep plays at all in our offense. Our longest play came on the first week of the season against the Browns in 2020. And I believe that one went for like 45 or 46 yards to Hollywood Brown. It's really good that we're seeing these plays that are pushing the ball down the field, that we want to do that. It looks like the offense is making those strides with T. Martin and Keith Williams coming into the building as well. It seems like they have made this offense a little bit more productive when it comes to passing the football, which is promising. Now, on top of us getting, guys open, getting separation, because that was beautiful to see from Hollywood, him getting separation. He just needs to finish. On top of that, we're also getting more receivers back soon. So we had, of course, Rashod Bateman, the rookie that we drafted out of Minnesota in the first round. He's coming back soon and very soon. If not this week up against the Broncos, I'd probably assume he's going to come back against the Colts. In practice today, it was said that he looked good, and I saw, a couple of the drills he was running. He didn't look like he was necessarily favoring his legs at all, or because I know it was a growing injury. It didn't look like he was favoring himself at all, which was good. But we'll continue to monitor that. The big thing is, of course, we don't want to rush these guys back, but the fact that they are on the hem of coming back, that is good news for us. So it's not only Rashod Bateman, it is also Miles Boykin as well, somebody that already has a little bit, I guess a little bit of chemistry with Lamar Jackson. It always just kind of seems to work out some way somehow between those two sometimes. So it'll be good getting him back, as well as another rotational guy on top of the other guys we have already in the fold. But Rashod Bateman is the one that we're really, really keeping our eye on, because in terms of like route running, we saw that last week. Route running is so important when you're playing against so many zone coverages. That's why guys like Sammy Watkins are able to get open, on a 4th and 19 when we need him the most. He knew exactly where to be. If you watch the all-22 footage from that play, he knew exactly where to be on the field in order for Lamar Jackson to make a good throw to him to pick up that first down that we ever so needed. So just having another guy like that on the field, Rashod Bateman, who's going to be a route running technician, who's going to open up more opportunities for Hollywood Brown to keep getting open. And he's going to keep getting those opportunities to get those deep balls. So that's why I think that this offense is definitely on the up and up as well. So yeah, I mean, it's really looking up for the receivers. And also, last thing I wanted to talk about, well, last two things I wanted to touch on, Lamar Jackson, he is looking better than ever throwing the football. I will tell you that. If not for the drops last week by Hollywood Brown, Lamar Jackson would be rated in the top half of the league easily in quarterback stats. When we're talking about yards, we're talking about touchdowns, because he easily could have had 3 more touchdowns in that game, in that Lions game. But anyway, also Lamar Jackson's passing percentage, his accuracy percentage rather, is up. It's up right now. It's at about and this is per Pro Football Reference, one of my favorite sports websites for football stats, analytics, things like that. Right now, Lamar Jackson is passing at about 79% accuracy. Last year, as a total, he was passing at about 75%. And the year before that, the MVP season, 2019, he was passing at 76%. So he's throwing the ball more accurately than he ever has been. You can actually see that. It's showing up on tape as well. You can see like the throws outside the numbers, you know, the ones that other people said that he can't make, those throws. He's making those throws, and it's actually looking like it's more on a consistent basis as well. I know he has missed a couple throws this season, but it does look like he's showing improvement, and that's the point here. That's the point I'm trying to make. So with all those things, like I said, let's recap real quick. Defensive line is getting back together. They're going to take more pressure off the linebackers. The tackling issues can be fixed. It's still early in the season. Of course, I saw in practice today they were working on the tackling drills with the tires, everything like that. That looked good. So hopefully that will continue to improve. But like I said, defensive line, we're getting those guys back. Justin Madubuike, Justin Houston, Brandon Williams, our run stoppers. Offense, look, we're getting Rashod Bateman, Miles Boykin back. And then also these guys are actually, the guys we have right now, Sammy Watkins and Hollywood Brown, they're getting separation against these opposing teams, against these opposing secondaries. So we just need to continue to work, man. And I think that going forward as well, here's the last thing I want to bring up to you guys. The last reason why I think the things are looking up for the Ravens. After this Denver game, we play the next month at M&T Bank Stadium. The next month, the next 4 games. And that's going to be against who? The Colts, the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Vikings. So we had all 4 of those teams back to back to back to back, all at home. So those are all very winnable games, and those can definitely put our record in a very good spot. So those are going to be the reasons why I'm feeling really good about the Ravens right now, why I think they are on the up and up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel as well, because there will be more Ravens content coming out as more news drops. Because, I mean, that's how I'm feeling here, and that's how we're feeling here at the Purple Rain Podcast. And, of course, me and Alex will be live tomorrow, Thursday night, to talk more about this Denver matchup in full. So if you want to see our takes there, make sure you tune into the Purple Rain Podcast live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. On YouTube. Now, like I said, like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you can follow me at Sutton Def. And I'll follow you guys back. You know, I'll chop it up with you guys through DM. We can talk about Ravens, whatever. Just reach out to me. I love that the most. I love interacting with you guys. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. This has been kind of like a State of the Ravens address. You know, why I'm feeling up about the Ravens. Like I said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.